Macon's Gwenette Westbrooks is now the state's new NAACP president. She was head of the NAACP's Macon chapter. Westbrooks was sworn in Saturday as the group's 14th president and the third woman in its 84-year history.
Maggie Fitzgerald caught up with Westbrooks and asked her about her aggressive plan on jails, housing, health care, and education.
Gwenette Westbrooks' name has long been synonymous with civil rights work in Macon, from taking on conditions in the jail system to fighting housing discrimination in low-income communities. Now she says she's ready to take that fight across Georgia.
Some of the things that I want to implement across the state is where we are able to go into the jails, making sure that inmates are getting proper medication, seeing their attorneys, making sure they have proper representation.
Westbrook says those goals build on years of work inside the Bibb County Jail. She often hears directly from inmates and their families, sharing concerns about overcrowding, delays, and conditions she says are not unique to Macon.
We know that across the state of Georgia, there's a backlog, not just in Macon-Bibb, but it's across the state. People are incarcerated, they're waiting on courts. That doesn't mean that they have rights. They still have rights, so their rights still should be protected.
As the newly elected president of the Georgia State Conference of the NAACP, Westbrooks now represents more than 10,000 members across nearly 130 local units, and her agenda extends well beyond the jails.
I've always attended Housing Day at the Capitol to make sure that and I'm going to be doing that often, collaborating with our state legislators to come up with, look at bills that they're introducing to follow that.
Westbrooks says housing and health care will also be priorities during her 2-year term, focusing on legislation, grants, and community resources. While Georgia has not fully expanded Medicaid, she's directed statewide branches to map out low-cost clinics and prescription programs in their communities.
We stall because of lack of knowledge, and if we can do this to make sure that this information get out our communities, I think it will better serve our community.
In Macon, Maggie Fitzgerald, 13, WMAZ News.
Now, Westbrooks will no longer serve as president of Macon's NAACP chapter. She says former Vice President Willie Dumas will now lead the Macon chapter.